Hey, Gutfoxx here, back with your weekly investment. No, we'll do bi-weekly investment videos. You know what's weird is bi-weekly can be both twice a week and every other week. So I don't really specify. It's gonna be twice a week. You can tune in and stay tuned to the channel to find out. So, investments. Let's take a look at what happened last time after last video, a week or two ago. I guess it's 2 weeks or a little under 2 weeks ago from now. But this is what I had. So these are the names. I just organized it from top to bottom and the new overall. So the only players that didn't change overall out of, I don't know, the 38 ones was Lizardo, Evoldi, and Yarborough. So basically we kind of nailed it that they were going to change these cards. The issue is, were these going to be changed enough to get to the diamond level? Like Corbin Burns came up one short, and a lot of people are on him and Brandon Woodruff. These are the new prices just updated. Here's what they were costing before those updates. So they've been changing. And I've talked about this before. I'll say it again. I feel like SDS, I almost feel like they want to like break a little bit, like take a break between updates on certain guys. Like they will update a guy back to back. Don't get me wrong. Like they'll update him 2 updates in a row. But when you look at the roster updates, they usually want to let a guy sit at his current spot for a little bit before updating him again. Now, these updates are obviously from last week, so they're not nearly as much. They've definitely upgraded a few cards, though, but nothing is crazy. Nothing went too insane on us. Nothing went from like new golds and new diamonds or anything like that we could really make a lot of stubs off of on investments. So let's take a look. And I still do think flipping cards in the market is the most efficient use of stubs. These are just things, if you have a lot of stubs laying left over, it's a good idea to invest in some guys. So let's look through, who I identified a few weeks ago. Dylan Bundy kind of had a down game. He did go up one, but he's so much on the precipice and down to 286. I think the Dodgers beat him up a little bit, but maybe he'll rebound a little bit. Hosmer, Julio Urias here, both on the edge also. If you want another tip, like not just through my look at it, you can look at who the market thinks is going to go up, because the wisdom of the crowd is as evident in this market as anywhere else, because you can look through and the cards that are basically at or very near the next level of upgrade are the ones that are going to say, hey, okay, everybody kind of expects Lance Lynn to go up, right? Because he's at 5,000 stubs. That's very close to the next level. Xander, he's already basically priced as a diamond. This is diamond quick sells 5,000. These guys, I guess Cruz hasn't thought about it. Lamette, they really aren't respected that well to go up. Corbin Burns, people like probably sold off a few. They had a few. He didn't go up to 85. Maybe they're worried about him. He was on the injured list for a little bit. We'll see if he gets an upgrade or if they're going to leave him alone because he hasn't really played. James right here, 3,800 to 3,200 on the sell now. The crowd also likes him quite a bit to go up in overall, but they don't know if he's going to go up to an 85 or an 84 or how high he's going to go. JD Martinez, people are investing in him. Like basically, you can see the guys that are spikes. Stanton, who had a very good time. I think he didn't. Did he hit anything today? I don't think he got any hits yesterday, but they basically are pricing him at diamond right there too. So like the cards around him are all like 1,200 stubs. So the ones that people think are going to go up are heavily invested in. Chapman, I think, can recover. Let's take a look at Chapman's stats right now. I want to go through other new cards or other cards. I think a roll is Chapman on Chapman's. He's going to go up. He's already a diamond, so I think he might go up in price because he's doing so well. Yeah, Matt Chapman's hitting terribly the last couple years, so he's definitely only striking out over a third of the time now. Chapman's regressed hard. He was doing really well 2018, 2019, but yeah, he's not good. Not a good ball player right now, which is tough because he's so intense for a third baseman. Anyways, Gallo must not be having a good year. Woodruff is, like I talked about earlier, people are really speculating on him going up. Brewer's staff's doing well. Buster Posey, he just got upgraded quite a bit. Do I think he gets a similar boost this next week? Probably not. So that's why I've always said it's a good idea with guys that maybe don't go to diamond. Good idea to buy them. If you have a guy that you're targeting, buy them that Friday they don't get upgraded. So definitely take a look into some of these guys if they don't go all the way up. If they are highly priced, wait for them to go down if they don't get upgraded all the way. Otani is priced super high. He just got a big boost. Like the issue with Otani is like they don't really factor his hitting attributes into the starting pitcher. The way the overall formula is done, basically you got to look at the hitting attributes independently. They don't derive anything for his overall as a starting pitcher. So even though like is he pitching well enough to hit 85 as a starter, he's walking a lot of guys, and really it does show that his ball and base per 9 is 42, which matches up with his high walk rate. So If you think his K rate goes up enough and whatnot, all the way up to 85, yeah, it very well could. Like, it's tough that they don't factor his hitting attributes into his overall at all. But I mean, like, he just plays above his overall in MLB The Show, anyways. So there it is. Also, we have, you know, same guys, Glass now. People are basically counting on him to go gold. You see how he is at 1,200 on the buy now. Same thing with Walsh. People are expecting him with his good year so far to go up. Marcus Semien. So you can kind of go through down the list and all the guys, Gossman, that the market thinks. And then you can kind of take a look, maybe note on them. So the guys that don't get upgraded, it's not a bad idea to buy them on Friday. Okay, so let's go back through. And this is really what I like to do. And I want to show you kind of guys like the guts and how to do a lot of this stuff, how the sausage is made. It's not a bad idea. You could go through these leaderboards, you can sort by offensive WAR, defensive WAR, that kind of stuff. And see who's doing well. Chris Bryant, 14 offensive WAR. You really want to look at their walk rate and their strikeout rate on a lot of these guys, because that's where at least these attributes that change the overalls are derived so much from. So like we look at third baseman, look at Chris Bryant right here. When you look at him, he's 3,300. So people expect him to go up. He's an 81, so it's 4 away, so it's a little bit away. I haven't used him. But you look at his attributes right there. You look at his contact, vision, discipline. That stuff all kind of, discipline is strikeout, vision is walk rate. Yeah, discipline, strikeout, vision is walk. So if they have a high walk rate, their vision goes up. So his walk rate at 12.5, it's okay. It's much better than like Yordan Alvarez, but K rate 23% isn't great either. So like those things, maybe they get adjusted a little bit, but not a ton. But then you look at like average slugging for power, because you want isolated. ISO is how they derive power. So a 342 ISO, if you're looking at Chris Bryant, you know, you got to look at his splits too, because, you know, in game, these attributes are based off versus lefties and righties. So go to split. And then lefty versus righty. So you can do it, you know, either one. I mean, they're both the same. But so he destroys lefties and is okay against righties. And let's take a look at his card. He destroys lefty and is okay against righties. So I can see a little bit of a boost to the power and contact versus righties. And then, you know, obviously hitting 423, maybe his contact goes up, but not really a large sample size of only 30 plate appearances with 4 home runs. So we could see his attributes against lefties go up slightly and righties versus slightly. Is that going to be enough to get him to 85? I don't know. We might need a little bit of a higher sample size. There's definitely a good chance that he could get there with how well he's doing, because, you know, sometimes they do surprise you. Vladimir Guerrero, if we want to take a look again at the top of the charts, he's doing phenomenal. If you look at the offensive runs created right here for Vlad Guerrero Jr., I mean, striking out, walking at the same rate, that's phenomenal. That is absolutely amazing. Average 310 on base, pretty good slugging there with the isolated slugging at 239. So we could take a look at this card, and I know he got upgraded, but he could keep going up, because contact versus lefty, power versus lefty, those things have a little bit of thing, especially power versus righty. So his power could go up with his ISO at such a decent rate. Plus, if you take a look deeper into his card, he's got decent vision and discipline, but with the, you know, striking out the same way you're walking, I can see those two going up. So Vladimir Guerrero Jr., not a bad get also. So back to the big list. Who are you guys investing in, right? Are you going with Corbin Burnes again? We'll see if he continues it once off the injured list. Justin Turner, Posies keep going up. Castellanos. Let me know what you guys are doing, or, you know, or maybe keeping it close to the vest. Who are you guys investing in? What are you guys thinking? But basically, it's a good idea once you get to these leaderboards. Also, what I love doing for pitching, to find my guys, I sort by K percentage and walk percentage. So the guys that are striking out the most will get their K per nines going up, and especially walking the least amount is a pretty big deal, right? Walking the least. Like Zach Eflin. I think Eflin, he's like a bronze, I feel like, and he's 0.660 walks per 9 through 45 innings, which is, you know, really nice. Garrett Cole could, you know, he's doing Garrett Cole things. He's amazing. And of course, other pitchers are doing pretty well too on the walks per 9. So not a bad idea to look through these for guys that are going to get boosts to that specific stat for the pitchers. But that's it for investments, kind of what I want to talk about today, with guys going over that I'm still looking at. You know, it might not be a bad idea if Stanton does go diamond, because he's priced at he's basically priced at a diamond price as it is. If we look at Stanton, where you at? You're like right in, yeah, there you are. he's basically priced. But if like Stanton goes diamond, maybe he'll go up. Like, you know how Buxton went up from when he was a diamond from 9,000 to 13,000. If you get it at 6,000, if he goes diamond, you know, he might face a sell off and he goes down to 5K, or more people want his card and he goes up to like 9K. So it is risky though. There's a lot of tax involved when you get to that level because you can't just quick sell him for this once he goes up. So that's like a little bit of a riskier one, and one you don't want. You really want to get the guys that are like on the precipice that'll go up to like 1,000 if they're already under 1,000. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.